Okay, seeing how I've had exceptionally good results from pan roasting and how I do it, I thought I would show exactly what I'm doing, or mostly of what I'm doing anyways, particularly just concerning the roasting phase, the actual roasting. So of course, as you see, I have a 10-inch cast iron skillet, or pan, or whatever you want to call it. And then as you see, I have my metal whisk. Over here, of course, I have two of these pans, which I dump and de-chaff using them as I dump back and forth. To clean up, one of my favorite things to use is just a cheap old paintbrush that really works well. It cleans up all the chaff real nice. A nice fine bristle like that, and yeah, anything dealing with coffee, this has made things real easy on the cleanup. Of course, don't forget an oven mitt if you're when you're handling the pan. I'll move that aside for now. That's actually how I know when the pan is hot enough, is the handle itself will be quite hot. Now, as you can see, at least I'm pretty sure, oh, you can't see it, but I have it on medium heat right now. It's just a regular electric stovetop element, nothing fancy. So I have it just slightly below medium heat. It doesn't really matter. Every stove is going to be different, so I'm not going to get too specific on that. It's just I started out right at medium heat, and that seems to be what works well. Now, I'm going to be roasting Colombian Supremo, and of course, as you can see, nice green beans here, and they're very, very good beans. They're very consistent, very nice, and no issues so far. So we're ready to go, and we will do this here. So dump them in. Oh, and it's 8 ounces, by the way, is what I found. It seems to be the right amount for this pan and for what I'm doing. So as soon as they go in, start stirring. Now you'll notice I use a pattern, and that pattern seems to have worked really, really well. And so let's just see if it's a fluke or if I'm onto something here as far as a roasting technique. So I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit here. Now, what I have noticed is a change in temperature seems to be the key here. I go down low so that we're not burning or scorching the outside, and getting those beans evenly heated up at the same time all throughout the entire bean. So I'm going to try and keep the hood, the range hood fan off as much as possible. It is very loud, so I'll say whatever it is I have to say, and all that. You'll see me flip the beans here, okay, and I'll keep flipping these beans every so often, and increase in frequency as the roast progresses here. So these particular Colombian Supremo wash beans, they're of course from Colombia. The region that this one comes from is Magdalena, And the producer is Oro Molido. Okay, I wish I could read off the entire write-up about it, but if you look it up, I'm sure that you can find out more about it. Seems like they are a fairly ethical company by ensuring that their workers are well taken care of, and they're given a good life and are well cared for. Health care and everything they seem to provide proper training for all their employees at all levels, and ensuring that they continually improve their product. So you will notice that the chaff is already starting to come out right now. So I try to do one full circle around the outer edge and then once in the middle, and that seems to work well. So of course it's a washed bean. It's grown at an altitude of 1,400 to 1,600 meters above sea level, and of course the varietals are Castile and Colombia. So interesting. And as you see, we're already starting to turn here. Now the 8 ounces, I've been going at this now for 24 hours or so, and I know I'm hardly the person to try and give tips on this, but I thought, you know what, I'll just show what I'm doing and we'll go from there. Let's just see what happens if I come out with another good roast, and we'll figure it out. Hopefully my distraction, trying to read a little bit of that, hasn't affected the consistency. I don't think it will, but just, you never, This does require a fair bit of concentration, that's for sure. You need to really pay attention to ensure that you don't stop moving those beans. And I think that's just the main key to this, is don't stop moving the beans. Keep them moving, keep them agitated, and don't forget to cover the entire pan. If you focus too much on just going around the outer edge, then the ones in the middle obviously are going to toast up a lot more. You'll start getting flat, or whatever they call it, facing, I guess is the term I heard in many of the videos I looked at. So, starting to see a little smoke beginning to rise. Starting to see the Yep, I know she's messy, but nothing to vacuum in that little paintbrush can handle and make quick work of. So, and as you see, I'm not super, well, I guess if you had a numbered setting from 1 to 9 on the dial, I'm sitting right around, and 6 is the center. I'm sitting at about 5 on the setting for heat right now. That's the best way to explain it. But again, every stove is different, so, and depending on the pan that you're using as well will be different. So I'm just saying around medium heat. Just heard my first little pop. I do see a Quaker in there. So that's the first time I've seen one, and there we go. First time I've seen one in this entire bag, and I've roasted about 3, well, no, what is that now? This will be 2.5 pounds now that I've gone through of this Colombian. I have other varieties that I picked up and have been working with, but somebody said that the Colombian beans are the most forgiving or the easiest to achieve a good roast with, and well, I'm tending to believe that after working with the other varieties that I have in here. So, another flip. Surprised I haven't had a bean jump out yet. Probably just jinxed myself now, but one Quaker in there is, oh, there we go, see, cursed myself. I'm going to bring up the heat just a little bit here so that we can bring her into the first crack here. Alright. And I don't pick up the beans, you know, chalk it up to sacrifices to the Arabica gods. Arabica, sorry. I'm going to have to turn on the fan pretty soon, so you won't hear me talking, and I suggest you check your volume if you're wearing earplugs or ear headphones. And we'll be hitting the afterburners here right shortly. And I'm starting to enter it in now, right? The first track. Gonna bring it up just a bit more now. And we can finish her off. Okay. Here up the first crack. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this on or it'll smoke me right out here. Okay, sorry guys. Okay. Oh, there we go. So now I've taken her to the first crack there, and I'm good. I've basically, I have to go over to my garbage, and so I can tap it out, and I'll just keep doing this and get rid of the chaff in between each transfer. And that's about it. Yeah, nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy, but it seems to be pretty effective. And of course I'll pick out anything that doesn't make the cut. Well, again, I thank you for checking out the video, and like I said, you know, this here, one of the easiest ways to clean up is that way, but I'll wait till everything cools down. I don't want to burn my brush here. So thanks again. I hope that you learned something here with it, or found it interesting at the very least. Have a great day.